The Des Moines Fire Department says it set a new record for service calls. This year, the crews handled about 31,000 calls. That is thousands more than last year. Local 5's Mary Sugden joins us in the studio now, and she spoke with the department on why this could be happening and what it means for the men and women on the front lines.
Yes, Samantha, the department says it's estimating it'll close out this year handling about 2,500 more calls than it did last year. Now, it adds calls for service have been steadily increasing throughout the last few years, but this year is an extreme uptick, ultimately meaning a bigger burden for firefighters.
With this kind of a call volume, it's rare to go to a fire station and expect to sleep at night. And many of our crews are frankly not even going to bed at night.
Captain Chris Clement with Des Moines Fire says firefighters typically work 24 hours on, 48 hours off. But this year, many have been asked to put in extra hours.
To work 24 hours and then try to work another 24 hours when you haven't slept for the last 26 hours since you got up the day before, that gets old.
While those overtime hours are completely up to firefighters to accept, Clement says many are answering the call.
They've been handling it very well, but yeah, it's stressful for sure.
So why this uptick? The department says there's no real one reason.
People are going to think that COVID had some impact on it, and of course we transported COVID patients as we have for the last almost 2 years. So.
And as the city grows, so do 911 calls. But Clement says the department is doing its best to also keep growing. While new recruit classes help relieve some of this pressure, he says that doesn't happen overnight.
It takes a year just to train them in school here at our Des Moines Fire Department administration building, and then send them out onto the street where they're followed closely by our own people for the next year of their probation. So it's really about 2 years before you can get somebody up to speed.
Now, something else of note, Captain Clement says the department saw fire calls skyrocket throughout November and early December. Now, he says there's nothing the department believes caused this. They really, at this point, just see it as an oddity. In the studio, Mary Sugden, Local 5 News, we are Iowa.
Mary, thank you. The city of Des Moines says it plans to release the department's full finalized 2021 numbers and breakdowns of calls handled next week. Now, we'll be sure to provide you with that update.